Hello, Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise, and recently I have been discussing the universe of intellectual properties that originated in board games and what has happened when some of them have tried to cross over into books, movies, and television. Well, we've talked about what has been, but now what about what could be? Let's discuss several universes that originated in board games that just may have what it takes to cross over to other forms of entertainment, and why. Let's start with the game that was not only #1 on my list, but also the most frequently suggested board game from last episode's comments, Fantasy Flight's Twilight Imperium. Now, not only has this game's universe been fleshed out over the course of 3 editions and multiple expansions, but it's even proven to be strong enough to be ported over to other games, as demonstrated when Dune was reintroduced as Rex: Final Days of an Empire, changing it from the theme of Dune to the Twilight Imperium universe. This game was the viewer's primary pick for the big screen treatment from the comments. So, do I think that Twilight Imperium would make a good movie? Well, no. I mean, it's close, but no. I think a better vehicle for Twilight Imperium would actually be as a grandiose 5-season television series in the vein of Babylon 5. Where the series' entire multi-season story arc has been determined in advance, giving it a pre-planned beginning, middle, and end. Complex, galaxy-wide, premeditated political sci-fi adventure. Now with that approach, I think Twilight Imperium could really, really shine. There were also several other games mentioned by viewers in the comments that I think deserve honorable mentions. There was Pandemic, which I envision as a dramedy in the style of MASH, mixed with the global crisis from I Am Legend. Betrayal at House on the Hill, which maybe could be the bizarre monster of the week from X-Files, mixed with the tongue-in-cheek attitude of Scooby-Doo. Android Netrunner, which could have the group dynamic of the movie Sneakers, mixed with the subterfuge and twists of the Bourne Identity. Arkham/Eldritch Horror, which could capture the adventure of Indiana Jones while mixing it with the intensity of American Horror Story. And quite a few people mentioned King of Tokyo, which I have to admit I hadn't even thought of. But it makes sense if you mix the nostalgia of the 70s Godzilla cartoon with the wit and modern sensibilities of Phineas and Ferb. And special consideration goes to the suggestion received from Sindane, who mentioned, given the fact that Hollywood loves making sequels over and over and over and over again, there's only one option for what should be adopted to a movie: Love Letter. Thanks, Sindane. I think you're right, and I really appreciate your comment because it makes my job that much easier when the audience brings their own jokes. But the one game that was on my list that nobody else mentioned was One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Now, okay, this one even surprised me, but the more I thought about it, the more I convinced myself that, yeah, this could be a potentially worthy successor to the Clue movie from the 80s. I mean, no, really, think about it. One Night Ultimate Werewolf provides a plot, a setting, and a cast of characters, each already with their own quirks and motivation. But if a studio was willing to risk producing a movie based on this board game, I think the odds would actually be pulled in their favor even more by pushing the envelope even further, by making it a CG animated movie that retains the game's art style and humor while amping up its cartoony violence with a story that adults can appreciate as much as, if not even more than, the kids. Like Survivor taking place in the Bugs and Daffy cartoon Rabbit Fire. Oh, I would not only watch that, but I would even buy the movie theater's overpriced popcorn instead of sneaking in my own. All right, we've talked about board games that have crossed over to movies and TV, and movies and TV that have already made the leap over to board games. Well, next time, I'll celebrate my 100th Head in the Clouds segment by treating myself to an unabashed YouTube rant, bringing the discussion full circle by revealing the #1 universe from other media that I absolutely positively yearn to see adapted to board game form. What could it be? Well, join me to see what this IP from movies and TV could possibly be. Help, I'm stuck again.
Anyone for tennis? Nice skin.